If I see you nodding your head, okay, Miss Chiamaka has the newsletter from today, very fresh off the press. Me, I'm curious to know how that was done so quickly. You didn't use like HP printer to print this, did you? Or is there a printing press somewhere in this location? That is efficiency. Ah. See, it's very good to establish yourself as a dictator very early. Because now, immediately I said, see, the hackathon people are coming back. If I had said, oh, it was a democracy, ask your opinion, all of those things, they would have said, we would like 10 more minutes. But you see, when you don't give that, you start quick. Put your foot. You have to sometimes show authority. I have a 2-month-old daughter that I was arguing with a few days ago. Yes. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes. You have to show them who is who. Some people are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. It's just that those tiny, they're terrorists. They're terrorists. And you don't negotiate with terrorists at that age. Even at 2 months, you start then. All right, welcome back, everybody. Please come back. Please, let's have one organized hall. No more pitches. No more activities. We can't run parallel activities at all. It's rude, it's disrespectful to everybody else who is seated. So if you know you are convening a gathering at the back, please break it up now and have everybody come back. If you are convening a conversation or you are even holding one standing at the back, please take your seats now. Thank you. Let's show order and decorum and show that we respect every other person who's here. You know how people joke and they say sometimes polite company is wasted on Nigerians because we sometimes misunderstand that the word please is not usually a plea. It's just polite way of telling you what to do. All right, so DJ, thank you. All right, thank you very much. So we will resume our activities now. I really wanted to claw back some of the time we lost because we started 1 hour late. I wanted to claw back some of that time. But I was hugely unsuccessful. So we're still about 1 hour late. So I think that for the next few sessions, I will no longer be a benevolent dictator. I will now be the kind of dictators that we know, right? So if you're coming to host a session, please take the time allotted on the screen as very, very sacrosanct. If you're the moderator of a panel, act accordingly. If you're doing a pop-up session, also act accordingly. It would also help if we who are listening and participating from the audience are able to settle down, because the faster we do, the earlier we can start, and then the earlier we can go, and some of us can make something out of this Saturday. All right? So we'll kick things off for the afternoon sessions with a pop-up session. And it'll still be around education. It will be delivered by Kingsley Bangwell and his team. It is titled Inclusion by Design, Ensuring the Poor and Out-of-School Children Thrive in Low-Cost Education. Please, a round of applause as Kingsley comes forward, and then the rest of his team I think we'll follow suit afterwards. Where was the applause? Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, thank you. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, special guests and everyone. Let me start by saying thank you to Big Bro Rotimi and his team for asking me to come do this session briefly. I'm greatly honored. And I've been listening from the background. It's been a great session so far. It's really a great honor to be here today. So I've been asked to come share briefly what I and my team are doing on education. So let me start with my slide. I don't know if you can all see the slide on the screen. We have two pictures. Which of these pictures would you want to be? All right, let me hear. Which of these pictures would you want to be? Okay. Someone said? All right. What about the other guy? All right, nobody wants to be the other guy. All right, next slide. We're coming back to this picture at some point. Next slide. We have a big problem in our country, and that problem is poverty. We have what they call multi-dimensional poverty. In 2022, it was reported that basically maybe 62% of our population experienced multi-dimensional poverty. And that 72% of that live in underserved community. And this year, there is a report that about 13 million more people will join the poverty population. Basically, about 130, 140 million of our population struggle with poverty. Just to give you a sense of what that means. Next slide. A sense of what that means is that when people struggle with resource, they prioritize two things. What are those two things they prioritize? When you're challenged financially, when people lose their jobs and all of that, what are the two things they prioritize? Yes? Thank you. Put your hands together for her. Food and shelter. And when people from underserved, the poorest, prioritize food and shelter, one of the things that suffers is what? School. And it happened to me. They will tell you, wait till next term. Wait till next term. Wait until things get better. And of course, you have to understand, because you have to prioritize where you sleep, and you need to prioritize the food that you eat. And because of that, we're having millions of children out of school. 55% girls, and 43% girls. Next slide. Now, when a lot of kids miss school, what happens? They are underdeveloped. Yeah, when you miss school, you're underdeveloped. They arrive the future unprepared, which is this man. You arrive the future unprepared, disadvantaged, right? And then, of course, it increases unemployment, underemployment, generational poverty. You can go on and on. It fuels insecurity and all of that. But one of the things is that people arrive the future disadvantaged and angry because they feel that they have not received that enablement and equipment that can help them maximize opportunity as adults. It's an angry state. But the bigger picture is that the nation is underdeveloped because people with potential have not been developed. Yeah. So next slide. What that means is that we have a big problem with a lot of people out of school. And what have I and my team decided to do? We decided to start a project to contribute in addressing the problem of out-of-school children in Nigeria, because we have a philosophy. I don't know if you can read with me. Number one is what? Out of school is not out of intellect. Number two is what? Underserved does not mean unable. Number three is what? Poorest household does not mean poorest potential. And that speaks to me. I was from a very poor household. I spent 8 years in primary school, 7 in secondary, right? No, I spent 8 also in secondary school. I missed 2 years and all of that. My parents were so poor. They didn't know how I finished secondary school. They didn't know how I finished primary school. I was already working in primary school. to pay my bills, right? And then it took me several years to eventually get admission into the Polytechnic. If I didn't know how to read and write, I've been to 34 countries of the world, and I've advised governments from US, UK, Saudi to different places. If I didn't go to school, I wouldn't even be here speaking today. So that I was poor did not mean that I didn't have intellect, did not mean that I didn't have potential. The difference was just access. And that's why what we do to provide education to underserved children is important. So what are you doing to provide education to underserved children? Can someone ask me that? Ask me now. These people are not talking. No. You have to ask me before I continue. All right, ask me like a chorus. What are you doing, Mr. Kingsley? 1, 2, go. All right, give me the next slide. Let me show you what we're doing. So my partner and I set up what they call 100 Naira a day school. It's a school where children pay 100 Naira every day as school fees. And for 100 Naira a day, they get books, uniform, lunch, sanitary pads, computer-based learning. And we offer 6 years uninterrupted secondary school education if you really want to go to school. We started this in Kuje in 2019 with 30 children. And today we have 180 of them across GSS1 to SS3. And I'm also happy to say that as I speak today, we have graduated our first pioneer students from secondary school. Yeah, this is a big deal for us. Of course, 100 Naira a day doesn't keep them in school. How many of you agree with that? Can 100 Naira provide everything I've said? No, 100 Naira cannot provide everything I've said. So we find what we call education angels who sponsor them in school for 80,000 a term and 240,000 a year. Next slide. So we've had, I'll skip this video because of time. Give me the next slide. Okay, just play it for a second. I want you to see the kind of kids just play it for maybe 30 seconds. Yeah. Just play it for maybe 30 seconds. So the kids we serve, this is the kind of community they live in. Some live in zinc houses. A lot of them live in zinc houses. A lot of them live in uncompleted building and all of that, right? We've actually moved some from uncompleted building and rented a house for them, right here in Kuje. So, this is one of our students. Okay, let's just stop the video. Give me the next slide. I want to talk about Milestone. So we're established in 2019. I've talked about that. We raise most of our money on social media. Each year we raise between 50 to 60 million naira to run our school. Because we work with full-time teachers. It's a government-accredited school, WAEC, NECO, Beche, and all of that. And so that's the kind of school we run. And we raise loads of our money on social media. And then we have accreditation. And our pioneer students just graduated. Let me share something about our pioneer students. They wrote WAEC, NECO, and got their 5 credits in one sitting, including maths and English. All of them, one sitting this year. And of 14 of them that wrote JAMB, 13 of them scored 200 and above. So my students are actually part of the elite intellectual students in Nigeria, even though they go to 100 Naira a day school, right? And I think that's something worth commending and greatly appreciating. And then we've prevented a lot of girl-child marriage from the school that we run. We produce our own storified standard textbooks. Children from underserved communities can buy textbooks. We produce our textbooks, and that textbooks has proven that it's an innovation that works because you've seen the result of what we've done. And we've been reported by different international media from Voice of America, World Economic Forum, Arise, Deutsche Welle, BBC, and different global platforms. So let me just show you a demonstration of the impact of our work. Our pioneer students have graduated. The first one have gotten admission into an aviation school in Kaduna to study aerospace engineering. And he resumed 2 weeks ago. One of them has also gotten an admission and will be resuming in the next 2 weeks. So let me invite 2 of my immediate pioneer graduates to just come and tell us in a minute or 2. Each of them has something to share. They are my co-speakers. Welcome, Marjorie Pada, first school president, And then Victoria Simon. Victoria Simon, you've had several positions. I don't know which one to talk about today. Yes. So just keep the slide there. So who wants to go first? Okay, start.
Standing on existing protocols without wasting any much time. My name is Solva Marjorie Pada. A pioneer graduate of the Knox 100 Naira a Day Secondary School. It is a pleasure for me to stand here in your presence and tell you my story. So I come from a low-income family of 5. My early days of primary school was very tough and nursery. I could remember always being called out for school fees drives, and it really had a toll on my self-confidence and my self-esteem. But my story changed in 2019 when I got into the Knox 100 Naira a Day Secondary School. From becoming the first ever president at the Knox 100 Naira a Day School to being to numerous embassies such as the American Embassy, interviewing diplomats, and being exposed to STEM-based education and action-based learning. Over the years, I've acquired a lot of skills in tech such as coding and web design skills, and all this wouldn't have been possible without the help of the co-founders like Mr. Kingsley and Mrs. Irene. With the help of God and the Knox School, as the pioneer said, we wrote our final exams this year, and I scored 241 in JAM. I made all credits in my WAEC and NECO, and in my WAEC, I scored 2 A's, 4 B's, and 3 C's. I'm standing here today as I have gotten admission to study information technology at the Federal University of Technology, Minna. And all these wouldn't have been possible without the Knox School. Lastly, I would like to say, I'm proof that if a child is given a chance, they can change their story and even inspire more children to do so. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, organizers of this great event, good day. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Sova Victoria Simon, one of the pioneer students of the NOSC 100 Naira a Day School, Kuje, Abuja. I am an orphan. I lost my dad at the age of 3 to 4 months. And when I was at the age of 9, I lost my mom too. Life became almost unbearable. I struggled through primary school. And when I finished my primary school, the chances of getting a secondary education became almost impossible. But then I heard about the NOSC in 2019. I took the test. I passed and was admitted into GSS1. I've had 6 years of transformative experience at the NOSC. I've served as the school senate president, press club president, visit embassies, organizations, and to meet noble individuals. April 2025 this year, I sat for my JAM examination, and then I noticed the girl sitting beside me was struggling to answer questions. And this is not because she's not smart enough, but because she has difficulties using the computer. From the moment I logged into Lizedo Hall, she was still struggling to use the computers. And then now that the results have been released, I'm not sure she's among the people who made up to 200. Lucky for me, in my school, we have access to computers. All thanks to the Island Embassy, who in 2023 donated 14 desktop and a container to us, which I used for my ICT practical ahead of the examination. I emerged as the highest student in my entire school. That would not have been possible if I didn't have access to education. That experience forced me to check for the percentage of children from low-income families who have access to education, who have access to digital skills, and I find out that 90% of secondary schools in rural communities do not have computer laboratories in school, which means that children from underserved communities are being excluded from digital skills, which means they're experiencing social inequalities every single day in school. This social inequality, it will keep the cycle of generational poverty running, leaving one and giving it to another without anything being done about it. I stand here today to speak not just for myself, but for every child from low-income family who is facing social inequalities. I believe that when children have access to quality education and digital skills for this age, they will do great exploits.
All right. Thank you, thank you. I feel so proud today just standing with, my students. I remember when they joined us 6 years ago. We have the pictures, right? Should we release the pictures? All right, so in wrapping, let me go back to my slide. In wrapping, Mandela, a man that I seriously, late Nelson Mandela, a man that I seriously admire. I say education is the most powerful weapon with which you can use to change a nation and to change people. In closing, we're open to partnerships. What is the future for us? We want to expand what we're doing beyond Kuje, beyond Abuja, beyond Nigeria, and that is going to happen. As we speak, we have invitations from different locations outside Nigeria who want to replicate what we're doing. And these are potential areas for partnership. Last slide. Just give me the last slide as we close. Yes. Next slide. Yep, so all of this is to credit to my co-founder, who is the real academician, Irene Bangwell, who happens to be my wife. So at work, she's at boss, but at home, you know what happens at home, I'm boss, right? So I work with her as strategy and partnership. Why we share this is to say that, we can all just talk about the problems our nation faces. But I want to challenge everybody here to look at something, take it on, and decide what you can do about it in a practical way to contribute to nation building, because we have a great nation, and together we can build the Nigeria of our dream. One more time, thank you, Big Bro Wale and team, Rotimi and team, and Youth Hub, and everyone that has made this possible. One more time, thank you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, and I changed my mind. This now is my favorite session. It's not the other one. And I say this because, very short story. When I worked for an organization that was supposed to start some work in Johannesburg a few years ago. And one of the options that was given to us was to work with the Oprah Winfrey School. It's an elite school. And we turned that down because I am not a believer at all in creaming the crop, setting up educational interventions in low-income spaces for the elite or the exceptional. I believe very firmly that the money you're going to use to build one elite school, you can use that to build 20 run-of-the-mill schools. And so it's much better for us in Africa to move 500 people from point Y to point M than it is for us to move 20 people from point D to point A. Because out of that 20, you move from D to A to make them properly elite. You're going to lose at least 18 of them to the West in any case. So what you're doing is basically creaming the crop. I'm a very big fan of what you do, and actually this was not in the plan. So I want to challenge everyone who's here. It's 100 naira a day, right? It's 100 naira a day. So what are you going to do today to support this school? I'll start. I will commit to yearly fees for 2 students, right? So you don't have to come here to take the microphone. Just walk up to Mr. Kingsley and tell him, whisper into his ears, lock me up for 1 student. 1 student is what, 80K per term, right? Annually. Give me a student a term or a student a year. That's 240K, right? Or even say, I can do 30 days for a student. No limitations, right? One of the panelists earlier today said, we can't keep waiting for the funding that's supposed to come from wherever, right? So if we have these initiatives that are small enough for us to affect and to say you're doing something good, why don't we support it, right? So take it as a challenge that I've thrown to you. All right, please a round of applause for them yet again. We'll move to our final panel session for this year's conference, and still in education. I actually didn't realize that the first half of the conference was health, and looks like the second half is education. I wasn't looking at those themes. This is an all-girls panel. The title is Reimagining Education from a Girl's Perspective. And, okay, this probably might be my favorite session yet again. Don't blame me. Dictators sometimes change their mouths. Did you know about IBB? What do they call him? Maradona, right? Aha. So I have people to learn from. I'm calling Mirabel, Gift Tanko, Asma Umar, Favor Jacob. I already knew it was going to be my favorite one. See? So let's hear from them. And to moderate the conversation, Fauzia Aminu. I'm not begging you to clap. You have to clap. Clap. Aha.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I can't hear that too. Hello, everybody. Okay, so as we all know, this is an all-girls session, and from the previous pop-up session, the guy said something. He said, if a child is given a chance, they would be able to change their story. So the title of this session is Reimagining Education from a Girl's Perspective. We all know that education is the most powerful tool for personal and societal growth. And we also know that education is very, very important in our everyday lives. We did the Kahoot games, and education had like the third to the last vote. But in as much as we didn't vote for education, education is actually very important. The reason why we're here is because of education. I mean, everybody is here today. We're here to learn and also achieve greater things. So reimagining education from a girl's perspective simply means describing how education are designed, delivered, and experienced for girls, not just with them. And I have 4 amazing young guests. Amazing. When I say amazing, they are very, very interesting, very, very insightful. And they will also be sharing their opinion, their experiences, and their challenges in their various schools. So, how are you guys doing? Is any mic there? Oh, okay. So, I'm going to ask every one of you the first question. What does education mean to you? I'll start from Mirabel. Is it on?
Okay. So, to me, education means empowerment. Education has really helped me unlock so many opportunities. I don't want to stand and imagine how life would have been if I never had access to quality education. It has changed the way I reason. It has given me the confidence to speak up, to believe that, yes, I can make positive change in society. Education is one thing that I would like every every child to have access to, because it means the world, and I would like if everyone had that chance, because there's this joy it gives. You know, when you're going to school, your uniform looking all neat, and then you see other people who are hawking on the street, there's this kind of faint sadness I feel. So education, it's supposed to be our right, but let's say I feel privileged that I have education.
Okay, we'll get back to you. Asamau, so what does education mean to you?
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asma Umar Sinadari. I'm from Queen Amina College, Kakuri, Kaduna. The question throws to me is that what does education mean to me? Education, to me, education is the light, the growth, and also a freedom. Education helps me to unlock the opportunities and to become who I want to become in the future. Education gives me the confidence, the knowledge, and also experience. It's also it encouraged me to dream big, like becoming a medical doctor who saves lives and humanity and make a difference in my community. Education gives me the confidence, the mindset of thinking ahead of what I want to become. Education also helped me as an individual and a student to know my rights as an individual so that I can become something in the future. It makes me to make a difference in my community and also advise others to think, because it's only when you are educated you be opportunity and also have the mindset of advising and also have the mindset of supporting other girls to think ahead of what they want to become. Nice.
Oh, that's actually very, very insightful from you, Asma. So, gifts. What does education mean to you?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Iswa Gift Tanko from Government Secondary School Tuluwada. And first of all, I want to start by appreciating the Youth Hub Africa for giving me the opportunity to be here. And to the question, education, basically, to me, I feel education is a transformative experience that prepares young minds to think ahead. Education generally has revolutionized my life. It has given me the zeal, it has given me the ability to defend myself. It has helped me to have confidence, because I can remember when I was in Jestream, I wasn't able to stand in public and speak. I was so scared. And education, right, helped me to challenge stereotypes. When I was in Jestream, I felt like, because there was this crew that usually worked together, and all of them wore glasses. So I was like, now wow. These people that wear glasses, I feel maybe they are the most intelligent. That was how I stereotyped them. But getting to SS1, I realized that you don't have to wear glasses to be intelligent, right? You have to read. You must study, read harder, think bigger, pursue your potential, and work relentlessly. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. The stereotype about you don't have to wear glasses to be intelligent is actually very, very true. Favor, so I would like to ask you the same question. What does education mean to you? Is it working?
Good day, everyone. My name is Jacob Favor from Government Girls Secondary School, Independence Way Senior, Kaduna State. The question is, what does education mean to me? Well, to me, education means empowerment. Education is a key I need to unlock my future. Education has shown me that I have the power as a girl to not just imagine, but to shape, to design, and to create my future in alignment to my potential, to my passion, and uniqueness as a girl. Education to me is like a guide. It helps me through the stages of achieving what I want to be in future. I am kind of a person who wants to make a difference in my society, and I know education has the key to making that happen. Education gives me the hope for a better future, not just for myself, but for even others around me and my nation at large. Thank you.
Okay, that was one powerful one from you, Favor. So in conclusion, education for girls is actually very, very important because it brings about empowerment, independence, economic growth. Gifts. what are the key challenges young girls like yourself face in accessing education? I'm still going to come back to you, Mirabel, because she said something, but I want her to give her 2 cents about it. What are the key challenges young girls like yourself face in accessing education?
So, the challenges are numerous. There are so many challenges girls face in accessing education. But one of the challenges that stand out is it could be cultural norms, and it could actually be financial instability. Sometimes some culture feel that a girl education end up in the kitchen, and that's why they don't allow their girls have access to education. And most times there are these girls that get bullied. So for this reason, it makes them feel that when they go to school, they always get bullied and they won't really want to go to school. So these are the challenges that girls face. These are the few ones.
Okay, so you said something about cultural norms. Can you explain further?
Okay, cultural norms. Coming from the northern part of Nigeria, right, I understood that there are so many girls in Kaduna, to be precise, that do not have access to education, majorly because their culture and tradition contradicts it. Maybe from their forefathers, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe they feel that, just as I said earlier, I said they feel that a girl education ends up in the kitchen, so they don't see any need for a girl to go to school.
Okay, Favor. So can you also put your 2 cents about the question?
So she talked about social and cultural barriers. I want to add to them.
Okay.
So social and cultural barriers are societal expectations towards we, the girls. So society has this misperspective that we, the girls, should prioritize house chores over education. They believe that education corrupts us, makes us disobedient and difficult to marry off. So as to that, they stop us from accessing education. They believe we are to stay at home. Once you're at the age of 16 to 18, we get married, have babies, and books get replaced by pots and babies. This is one of the greatest challenges to the eye and thousands and millions of girls in Nigeria face in accessing education. And then I also want to talk of lack of resources in schools. I come from a government school. You get to find out that classes that are meant for 50 students are being dominated by hundreds of girls. Once teaching starts, class becomes stuffy and it's difficult to feel comfortable while learning, having a negative impact on our education. You get to find out that our labs and e-libraries are emptied and unequipped. Once practicals for subjects like physics, chemistry, and biology starts, you get to find out that we don't have the equipment. It's having a negative impact on our education. And then also wash facilities in our schools. So wash facilities are clean toilets, hygienic water, and they're also parts for us because we are girls. You get to find that in a lot of schools today in Nigeria, a lot of girls don't have access to this. And then it keeps them away from school. How? Girls do menstruate, and then anytime they're on their period, it takes 3 to 4 days to finish. Imagine how many girls are on their periods every day, every month. You get to find out that they have to worry about wash facilities in their school. So because of that, they are going to skip school so as not to get embarrassed in school. So this is some of the challenges we face as girls in accessing education.
Okay. Mirabel, do you want to add to what she has said?
Okay, so adding to what she said on period poverty, I actually like to say that I actually like that topic very well. And it's a very sensitive topic because, I mean, okay, so there's poverty in general, and then I see that, okay, there are a lot of organizations working to put girls in school. But what happens when the girls are already in school? Now, period poverty is a very sensitive topic because I said something, I think that was like 2 days ago. I said, how can she concentrate in class when she's worried about a stain on her uniform? How can she become what she wants to be? How can she achieve what she wants when her body becomes a problem. Girls shouldn't have to be put in a situation where they have to choose between their dignity and education. So period poverty is one of the major challenges girls face. And something I noticed was that in my school, they are going through it and they don't even know that it's like a problem. I think we were having assembly and someone was talking about drug abuse. And then I raised something about period poverty. And someone beside me was like, what's that? Then another person beside me was telling her friend that, okay, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I won't be coming to school because I'll be on, just help me and like copy notes. And I was like, that's what period poverty is. So girls not having access to sanitary products is one of the major challenges. And then again, menstrual health hygiene campaigns is also very important because when we don't know about these things, we don't even know that, okay, it's a problem. How do we want to overcome it? So that's adding to what she said.
Okay, so I would also like to add something. When I was in secondary school also, there was this club that we normally had. It was a girls' club where it's just for girls, everything about girls, everything period, everything your body, everything hygiene. I don't know if it's still being practiced up until this day. Mirabel, do you like to answer?
Yes, we have Dora Club in my school. I'm actually the president. So yes, that's basically what we do.
And have you ever suggested this thing, provisions of pads for students?
Yes. Everyone knows that. Okay, maybe not everyone, but we just like let's say we just finished International Day of the Girl Child, which was on the 11th of October. So there was actually a founder of Bridge Inspire Foundation who was present at the event. And I spoke to the lady about it. So I told her that, okay, I was looking forward to like going into period poverty because on my TikTok page, I advocate for girl-child rights, but I was thinking of going into like period poverty as a whole. And the woman was like, okay, she was going to support me with 300 sanitary pads. So I think speaking up is just the thing. Yes. So I've actually done that. 2 days ago was when I made a post about period poverty on my page. So yes, even in school too, we talk about it. Whenever girls gather, these are some of the things we talk about because there are issues, and period poverty is one thing that is very, very sensitive to girls. So, yeah.
Okay, so I saw Asma nodding her head all through the conversation. Asma, do you have like anything to add up to what everyone has said?
Yeah, so many girls have faced so many challenges. Like they said earlier, yes, poverty is the biggest challenges that girls face in this society now. I think I can add up with I can say it, we have early marriage. I've seen most of them now not talk about early marriage. We face challenges like gender-based violence, insecurity, lack of support from our families, and also lack of awareness. These are main challenges that girls nowadays are facing. And I think we look at the world that when we said that lack of support from our families, it means a lot. There is a lot of girls in this community that they need their parents' support. They need their parents, the teachers who serve as their mentors to what? To advise them, to encourage them to do what they want to do. As a student or as a girl child, we need what? We need that financial support. We need that emotional support from our families. Even though we have the mindset, the potential, the passion to become something in future, but if we don't have that support, how can we do it? So that is the main challenges, and some of the girls are being forced to stop schooling because of that, even when they have the potential to do so. So I think that is the main issue that we need to solve it out from our culture.
Okay, that's very, very powerful. So in conclusion, we have challenges like health, period poverty, lack of resources, what? Societal expectation, lack of encouragement from parents, gender-based violence. Okay, there are like a lot of challenges the girl child actually face in terms of education. So that takes me to my third question. So since we've talked about the challenges, now we want to talk about the support. What kind of support do you think girls need to help them stay in school? Asma, since let's just start from you.
Okay. I think as a student and a young girls like me, I think the support they need financial supports, like giving them scholarship, and also they need that emotional support from the mentorship, which those are teachers, the women that are succeed in their fights. They also need an access to basic hygiene, which help them to have that, make them to feel comfortable to stay in school and to focus on their goals. I think a student like me and an individual like me, I think they really need what? They really need conducive environments, which make them to what? To like conducive environments like accessibility of good nutrition as a border. And let me give for instance, like me, I'm a border school student from Queen Amina College. So I think there's a lot of challenges we face in the school. And I can tell you presently now, I'm the head of the school. So to tell you that before when they told me that I want to be a head of the school, I was thinking, hi, can I do it? Because it has a lot of responsibilities. So I now think and pray to Almighty God that, God, you have seen my mind. You have seen what I've experienced for this life. I've experienced a lot. And even the way I cannot even express myself. I've faced so many challenges. So now I'm being the head girl of the Queen Amina College. What and what will I contribute for this school? What and what will I contribute for girls' education to make them to know that without education, education is the key to success. So I make up my mind that, okay, I'll build, even though I think I cannot reach that stage, but I will try my best. I, as a student, and the opportunities I get to be at the head of the school, I make up my mind that each classes I follow during our prayer, because we normally take break. That is, what do you call it? Yes. So I normally follow the classes, especially junior classes. Because I've been allied on all these programs. There is a program that takes place in our school, which is Safe Space. So I've been allied on how girls' education have been and how are we going to support a girl child. So I have that experience. I say, let me share it to my younger ones as a student so that they will know the value of education. So I make up my mind that, okay, how will I get to pass that information to those students? And I say, okay, so the only thing I can do is that to follow classes during prep, because I know some of them, they won't focus on their study. Maybe they will be playing around, gisting around, do this. So and I say, okay, this is only opportunity for me. And mind you, there is my teacher. A lot of my teachers are complaining that, since when they give you a hard girl, you don't like staying during prep. Why? And why? I don't want to even tell them that this water, because maybe will say, I just want to try to distract myself. I say, okay. I was trying to give them another excuse. So I'll follow classes. I would enlighten them how they can be. There is something I normally do. Before I start enlightening them, I will ask them to point themselves and tell themselves that they can do it. They can do it. So that it will make them to know that what I'm trying to say, I'm just trying to pass an information to them. And also enlighten them that you have been in boarding school, not just because the mommy don't like you. It's not like the parent doesn't like you, that's why they brought you to boarding school. They like you. They like you more than everybody. Even the boyfriend that will come to you that, I love you, See, my dear, your parents are the one that loves you the most. Even when you enter the ginger today, your parents will never disappoint you. Your parents will never turn back to you. Even though you cry, everybody will deny you in the society, but your parents are the most people that cry. They will encourage you, but they know that you do something bad. But they'll correct you and also encourage you to do more better. Yeah. To tell you that Sky, as an individual and a young girl, you can become who you want to become. If you make mistakes today, you can repeat. So I used to enlighten people, and also I like advising others people like me, and I think.
Okay, that was an amazing one from you, Asma'u. So I would give the mic to Gift now. So do you want to put your own opinion on that?
Yeah. So as a girl and a student who is still on our journey to self-discovery, I feel that the solution all borders to the government, right? The government should be able to allocate effective resources to schools. Because if you discover now, you see that, if you check well, you see that most schools teach with outdated materials, which is not really conducive for us. And the government should be able to bring ORS technological devices, because they told us, it was
What
us
kind of
yesterday.
technological devices?
Computer, laptops, to be precise, laptops, because they told us that this our WIAC for this term will be Westified. That means we are going to be using laptops. So if you are not really conversant with how these technological devices work, there is no way you will be able to. Write your WIAC or JAM and pass. So I feel the government should provide those resources to us. And also schools should incorporate topics in our curriculums like menstrual hygienes and stuff like that. And also, the legislature should be able to enact laws which state that education is compulsory for everybody, not only the girls, but also the boys.
Favor, do you have something to say?
So this is how I'm going to say it. I made up the society. You make up the society. All of us gathered here and beyond make up the society. And then to educate a girl child, the first thing we have to ask is her parents aware of the importance of educating her? We all made up the society. During my school, I've heard of organizations and NGOs who has been making awareness to the communities on the importance of educating a girl child, but it has not really tackled the problem. So now, instead of creating an awareness, why not we educate them? I can educate them, you can educate them, we all can educate them. We can gather the social influencers in that communities like the imams, the pastors. We can gather religion leaders like the Sultan of Sokoto. Bring them together. Don't create an awareness. Educate them on the importance of girls' education. Pastors will preach it in churches. Imams will preach it in the mosques. And of course, Sultan of Sokoto will tell it to their people, and surely communities will listen. And then with that, social and cultural barriers will be eliminated as a factor that keep we girls away from education. Thank you.
Okay, so that takes us to our next question. This is actually a very, very fun question and something you have to think about, but don't think about it too much. So in 20 years from now, where do you see yourself and what would you like to contribute to your society? Mirabel.
Okay, so 20 years from now, I see myself as a successful woman, a medical doctor in gynecology, a
You
leader,
took the woman thing seriously. I like it.
a leader, an educator, a change maker, using my voice and influence to promote girls' education and empowerment. I would like to be that role model, like that girl, that woman that when people are in a critical situation, they'll be like, okay, wait, what would Mirabelle do? So that's the kind of future I imagine for myself 20 years from now.
Okay. Since it's a very, very important and fun question, I think everybody should answer. Favor, I want to hear yours.
In 20 years to come, I want to achieve my goals. And then what are those goals? Firstly, I want to achieve my goals as being an optometrist, helping people with their vision so that they can see. Because vision is also education. Okay, secondly, I want to be a girls advocate. I want to, in my 20 years to come, I want to see an inclusive and conducive learning environment for every girl child where she can learn beyond limitation, discrimination, stereotypes, and biases. And I believe that I have the power, and then I can be among those people who will implement that change and empower those girls. Thank you.
All right, in the next 20 years from now, I see myself as a lawyer, right? And I also see myself as an advocate who stand out. I see myself as a woman who uses her voice to amplify other girls' voices. I see myself as a computer analyst. And I also see myself as, in fact, let me say this. God bless this organization. God bless the Youth Hub Africa, because they are the ones that have actually given me this confidence to stand out. So I want to appreciate every initiative that is here, because you are doing a massive work in transforming young girls. Thank you so much. And I look forward to work hard like you and change our world.
In 20 years from now, I see myself as an inspiring medical doctor, saving humanity, and also I would like to, and also a successful human. And also I would like to build a foundation that supports a girl's education. And I'll also introduce and also provide a society that would also encourage, empower girls' education. I will also provide a sanitary path for girls and ensure that each schools in the community has the proper health facilities. And also I would also like in 20 years from now to have this kind of section, because this is an opportunity for young girls like me to become here right now that you can see me presently. Being here is an opportunity for me. I've never dreamed that I'm going to come here. This is the first opportunity for my life. So I think Youth of African, you really, really helped my life. And I pray to Almighty God to help you and also give you the potential, the mindset of continue this, not to get tired. Continue empowering girls. I think this is very, very important. I would like to be more than you.
Oh.
More than what you did, yeah. I pray to Almighty Allah to have, see.
Oh, I think you can do that. Okay. It has been a fun session so far. So I would like to ask you your take home for every single one of us right here. A take home. Favor, you can start.
So my take home for you guys today is never limit, never underestimate a girl. Instead, encourage her, motivate her, and support her. Your word can actually be the spark she needs to ignite her dreams. Thank you.
Can you give the mic to Mirabel? Thank you.
My take home is directed to the parents, guardians, and leaders in the room. Please, your words mean a lot. To the parents, use your words to uplift, use your words to encourage. Say positive things that will raise girls, not bring them down. Then I would also like to say, I've been making reference to my page. So I would like everyone to please bring out their phones. And if you're on TikTok, please follow me. My handle is @Voice4Girls. I use my page to speak up for the girl child because I believe every girl's voice deserves to be heard. Girls my age are waiting for, when I'm done with secondary school, when I'm done with the university, but I decided to start. And all this wouldn't have been possible without the educational advocacy training that was hosted by Youth Hub Africa. Shout out to every member of Youth Hub Africa. That training meant a lot to me. After attending the training, this is the DARE conference, right? I dared myself that before the end of this year, I was going to do something, and I was able to achieve that before my birthday. So I just want to say a very big thank you. Then to everyone, never look down on a girl child. And please, to the NGOs, provide scholarships for girls from low-income families because every girl has limitless potential. Thank you so much.
Okay, before we continue, if you have a question for them, I think we'll take like 2 questions. So if you have a question, just get your questions ready. They would answer after the session, after this discussion.
Okay, my take home for today is that I want to see more women in action. I want to see not only women, also men, right? I want to see people in action, people that will encourage us more, because the Youth Hub Africa has already encouraged me personally. So I want the Youth Hub Africa, and not only the Youth Hub Africa, but other initiatives to encourage and stand out for other girls in rural areas most often. Thank you.
I heard my what they call this, telling her that time is let's all round up. But this is a message to you, all the youth that is here. I think what you can take home is today is something that you experience. It's something that you know. If you don't know, I want to remind you today. It's not person that you help in the future. It's not person that you help as a financial that is going to help you tomorrow. We should know something. You can help person today, but at the end of the day, and it's not the person that is going to help you. You can be in a situation whereby you are expecting that particular person that you help to come and help you. But why didn't you come and see is another person that will come and help you? I want you to have this in back of your mind that girls, never look down on anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, never look down on anybody. You don't know who that person wants to become in the future. You don't know who is that person. So you not just come and see person on the street and say, see this person. You just look and pass. Never look down. I think that is what I experienced in my life. That when you see person, you say, maybe this one, you should just try to pretend. My dear, never look down.
Okay.
Fire, baby.
So we've come to the end of this session, and I hope we had an amazing time, an eye-opening session. It's unfortunate that our time ran out, but yeah, this is the end. Like I said earlier, if a child is given a chance, they would be able to change their story. Thank you so much, DARE Africa, for having us. Thank you so much. I'm really, really honored to be here. And okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. Okay, moderator in the middle. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a refreshing panel. Where's the applause? Yes, it was a refreshing panel full of passion, full of insights, and I really loved it. Also full of gumption. You know, towards the end, one of the panelists was talking to the moderator about their time. You know, the panelists forgot that this was a dictatorship. You don't oppose a dictator. Huh? Almost got to the gulag. Almost. All right, but thank you very much, ladies. That was a really brilliant session. Before we move to the pop-up session, I have two housekeeping announcements. The first one is a reminder to scan the feedback. In fact, if you don't scan it, I won't give the second one because the second one is for good. You scan the feedback sheet on the table, the barcode, and give a feedback about this conference. This has been holding since 2017, or was it 2014? 2017, and this is the 8th edition. Come on. The reason it can go on is because people get to give feedback and they can improve. So please give your feedback as honestly as possible. And then the good one is people have been DMing the Instagram account, you know, asking for pictures and all of that. The newsletter that Chiamaka shared earlier, that is on every table, at the top left corner, that says, warning, do not scan this QR code. Do the opposite, scan the QR code. Yes, do the opposite and scan the QR code, and you will see every photo that has been taken and uploaded right there, okay? I'm actually surprised people hadn't scanned it. Don't we like to do the opposite? I mean, that's the first thing I did when they said, don't scan it. I scanned it. Okay, so next we have a couple of pop-up sessions, and then a performance I'm looking forward to later on. So we'll have Amina Yusuf for her 10-minute pop-up session on breaking barriers, advancing girls' education in northern Nigeria through access, empowerment, and community support. Please come to the stage, Amina. Where is her applause? Where is her applause? I have half a mind to make you all clap for 5 minutes non-stop.
Good day all. My name is Amina Yusuf from a rural community in Zaria, Kaduna State, northern Nigeria. A place of strength, culture, community, and for too many girls, a place where dreams die young. I stand here today not because my journey was easy, but because I refuse to let the story end where it began. I would like to share a story of a typical northern Nigerian girl. She is 26 years old, a girl from Dakachi community in Zaria. She is the first of 8 children in her family. After her secondary school education, she had no hope of proceeding to secondary school because her uncle didn't want her to be educated. All he wants is that he wants her to get married at early age. But with the support of Center for Girls Education, she began her secondary school education and improved in reading and writing. She received a lot of encouragement from her mother to attend school regularly. And of course, her father's support was something that kept her going, as he allowed her to attend school regularly instead of considering other options like marriage. Despite the intense pressure from his family, she's completed her secondary school education and obtained a Bachelor of Education, degree in biology education. The story I have just shared is quite personal. That's because that girl is me. Despite all the intense pressure, I'm not only a graduate today, but I double as an advocate, a Malala Fund Girl Fellow, a mentor, and a staff with Center for Girls Education, where I'm gaining the practical experience on work and mentoring young girls on life skills. In my community, not everyone suffered girls' education, although it is better now, but people generally prepare boys to be educated than girls because they believe that girl will get married and move to their husband's house, so her education will only benefit her new family. I'm well known in my community, and everyone knows that I was inspired to continue schooling because of my zeal to become a role model to other young girls and show the world the importance of girls' education. Something incredible happened in 2014. I was called Nigerian Malala. I was in Oslo, Norway, together with Malala when she received Nobel Peace Prize. After this meeting, I began more motivated to continue my work of supporting and speaking for girls' education in my community. Standing in that hall, surrounded by global leaders, I realized that girls from rural communities in Nigeria could share the same stage and the same dream as a girl from anywhere in the world. That moment didn't change who I was. It simply reminded me that our voices matter, and change can start in the smallest communities and still echo across the world. As a result of my education, advocacy, and awareness I have created in my community for girls' education, I have had opportunities to travel widely and met so many important dignitaries and talking to them about supporting girls' education and empowerment. This girl standing before you is breaking barriers and changing the status of a rural Nigerian girl. I am creating opportunities for other girls to realize that their dreams are valid and can be pursued. When I was younger, I watched girls around me drop out of school. Some got married before they even turned 15. Others stay at home because their parents couldn't afford books, uniforms, or transport. And some simply because people said education is not for girls. But I was lucky. Someone believed in me. Someone gave me a chance to attend safe space, to learn critical life skills, complement my academic pursuits, and to support girls not only in my community. That was how my story began, not with big speeches or title, but with simple acts of service. Through the safe space, I discovered my voice. Every time I helped other girls to read and encourage them to stay in school, I felt something shift not just in them, but in me. I realized that when we give our time, our hearts, and our energy, we become part of something larger, a quiet revolution. That journey led me to Center for Girls Education, a family that taught me the power of mentorship and community. Center for Girls Education created safe space for girls to dream again, to speak, to question, and to believe they could be more. To be honest, the work is not easy. We still face cultural resistance, insecurity, poverty, and underfunded schools. Sometimes, when we visit communities, parents tell me that, Amina, we need our daughters to stay at home. And I tell them gently, yes, but imagine what she could bring if she is educated. It is not about fighting culture. It is about transforming it with understanding. We now work hand in hand with religious and traditional leaders, showing that education and faith can grow together. When communities own the process, girls don't just go to school. They stay there, complete school. This is a lifeline to attaining their dreams. To my fellow young people in this room, this is our moment to own the shift. We can't wait for others to speak for us. We must raise our voices on social media, in schools, in our communities, and remind the world that every girl's dream deserves a chance. If my story proves anything, it will be this. You don't have to be powerful to make a difference. You just have to start where you are, with what you have, and with a heart of refuses to give up. Because when one girl learns, a family raises. When one girl leads, a community changes. And when one girl speaks, the world listens. So today, I leave you with this. Let be the generation that ensures no girl left behind, not in Zaria, not in Venue, not in Abuja, not in anywhere. Because an educated girl is not just a trait to tradition. She is the promise of our future. Thank you.
Okay, that caught me off guard a bit. The only person who has finished today before time. So thank you very much, Amina Yusuf. Final pop-up session for the day, still on education. Rethinking education, supporting learners with dyslexia and diverse needs in Nigeria's classrooms. I invite Anita Kelvin to the stage. That's why she hasn't come out, huh? Oh, virtually. Well, it's virtually and she can't hear, so the applause.
I can hear you.
Did you hear the applause? Did they clap?
I did. Thank you very much.
Oh, you did not hear the applause. Please give her an applause she can hear. Now you can speak.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I must say this is a very, very impressive conference, especially for us persons that are working in the neurodiversity space and also in the disability space generally. I must commend your effort to have a sign language interpreter. I think this is one of the first I'm seeing in Nigeria. And I'm very, very grateful on behalf of the disability community that there's inclusion and representation in this conference. Yeah, so thank you very much for having me join the conference also. I believe we also on the pop-up session.
I think we'll try to reconnect to Anita.
I am back.
Oh, welcome back.
I'm here.
Okay, I think you can come. You can start. Yeah, you can start.
All right. So Amina Dyslexia Center was birthed out of the need that is glaring in Nigerian educational system. Because I have worked with in regular schools and across board, high-earned schools, run-of-the-mill schools, government schools. I have done it all. And one thing keeps reoccurring. I keep meeting children that are struggling to learn, despite their parents' social status, whether rich struggling middle class. It keeps the whole. So I asked the question, what is the problem? And in answering that question, I
Hi, Anita. I think your network is really, it's not great. And so we can barely hear you. Actually, we cannot hear you anymore. Is she still connected? Not at all. She's not connected. All right, so I think we'll move to the next session. Actually, technically, it is the last performer. Not just performer, actually the last session for the day. Everything else is just closing. So we actually didn't lose time. We didn't lose time, so. So we did get back the initial hour. So I'll be inviting, for the final performance for this conference, Black AK. He's a magical storyteller. See the way I combine those two things, eh? You'll pay more money. He's a magical storyteller, and he's here to tell us a few. She's back? Okay, so.
Yes, she's back.
Okay, I think we can take 5 minutes. Thank you. Are you there, Anita?
Kaduna Network is on my case today. All right. So, yeah.
All right. It looks like the network at her end is literally too bad for us to continue. So I think at this point we'll just we'll cut our losses and move on. So apologies, Black AK, that your amazing introduction was interrupted. So now I don't need to repeat it. You can just come right up. A round of applause for Black AK, the magical storyteller.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we need an extra mic here. Amazing. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. Just thank you so much for waiting this far. I don't know why they put me last, but the Bible says the last shall be the first. So I'm going to take it off from there. And just want to say, I don't have much minutes. I just want to say that it's been an amazing experience working with their conference. And Mr. Rotimi knows this story, but many of you don't. My first time on stage in Abuja was the Dare Conference 2019. And ever since then, it's been an amazing one for me. I've been able to restructure myself, restructure my act, put it together, and make something beautiful out of it. And like every time, for those that have seen me perform, I always require somebody on stage, a volunteer, somebody who is brave enough and not afraid of getting disappeared or anything like that. And you think you want to join me on stage, please get ready. Very soon you will join me. But before then, I have a little bit of story to add. So starting out in the art of illusion, please, let me use the term illusion because every time you say magic, people expect me to turn water into wine. I'm not Jesus. I've performed in one place before, and the man was asking me if I can make his wife disappear. I'm like, I don't think you like this woman very much. Why would you ask me to do that? So I like to use the term illusion because it plays on the mind, it engages you to be entertained, and it wants people to be paying close attention. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you guys, let me be sure I can say this. Okay, beautiful. You guys can see the cards, right? You can, right? Please, if we can have the cameraman zoom on it a little bit, just so that we can make sure everybody can see. When you start out as a magician, everybody learns how to shuffle the cards the same way. This is the way we know how to shuffle. Abi? I need the energy. I need the energy, please. This way we know how to shuffle, right? Do we know of a different way? No. Because when you step into the realm of magic, the first thing you need to do is shift your thinking. You see what I did here? You don't know what I did, I'll show you. You could take it to mix it this way, or you could also do it this way. You should clap for that now. I try now. It's easy to control cards like that. You can do it that way. Or at the same time, you can generally take any card you want from the middle of the deck. Make sure everybody sees is what? 8 of hearts. Sorry. I'm just making sure my hands are free before they say this guy is doing jazz. Please, I'm not doing jazz, though. I need to clarify that. Yes. So, using the top card, watch closely. Because it's just a change in perception, a change in what you can see. You can take any card, 10 of clubs. And just by waving my hand over the 10 of clubs, it magically, well, in this case, illusion-wise, becomes the ace of the diamonds. You should clap for that too. So, I did this to show that many of the times we see things from one point of view and we get to see the entertainment part. But I needed to know that for everybody who has come on stage today, for everybody doing an amazing thing in this space, it takes training, it takes a lot of time to get to the stage they are. That is why, for this particular trick, I'm going to show you how I did it. So that you will learn and you see that this thing takes time. Remember, this is the ace of diamonds, right? I need to do my hand. Okay. This is the ace of diamonds. Watch closely. What I'm doing is using this part of my hand. What's this part called? Eh? The bottom of my hand. I'm using the bottom of my hand. Oh, first of all, I picked 2 cards, by the way. So you use the bottom of your hand to push this one forward. Then you use the same bottom of your hand to pull this one back. Then you push this one in, and then you cover it. And that's what I just did in this motion. You see how hard that is? And we're taking it up a notch to show you guys that it can become better. You can do a lot more with how well you can work with your hands. And for that, I want to ask, is anybody brave enough to join me on stage? Oh, her hand went up immediately. Please, a round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen, as she comes up on stage. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, I hope everybody can trust her, right? You trust her? You say you don't need their trust. I need to be sure that they can trust her because this particular one requires the audience trust and requires our mental, what's the word now? Power. Together. Please have a seat. I need you to use the mic. Thank you very much. Please introduce yourself.
Hi. Hi. My name is Rashida.
Hi, Rashida. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Rashida, those glasses, they are not recommended, right?
No.
Beautiful.
I need to see.
You need to see. Rashida, you agree with me that there's $100 in this envelope, okay? people cannot trust her. There's no $100 inside, though.
But you
There's
are
no.
looking at me now.
Now, this is
Oh, yeah,
this is
wait.
what we brought
There's
here
nothing,
because they
there's nothing.
trust you.
Okay, trust me, there's nothing.
Please. There's nothing inside. I need you to just verify one more time.
There's
Okay.
nothing inside, trust me.
Beautiful. There's nothing in your purse, right?
No,
Is there something in the purse?
I've removed the purse.
Okay, beautiful. I want you to seal it up yourself. Thank you very much, Rashida. Now, do you have where do we put this? Okay. Let's put this here. Hope you can balance it. All I do, I'm a magician, I'm not an illusion, I'm a balancing act. Clear for everybody to see. In a moment, you're going to stop, choose a book page or a page number, and I want you to remember the page you stopped at. You're going to remember the page you stopped at. You're going to remember the first word on that page, okay? You look like you read a lot, right?
I try.
You try. But you went to school.
I
Yes,
think
now.
so.
Obviously. So I'm going to scroll, like just flip through the page. You're going to yell out stop anywhere you want. And I want you to remember where you stopped at, okay? So just yell out stop.
Stop.
Thank you very much. We are going to mark that place with a deck of cards. Okay?
Okay.
The reason why I marked it is so that I cannot change my mind again. She cannot change her mind. Everybody
Okay.
knows that something, a page has been selected. Ashida, in a moment, I want you to look at that page number.
Okay.
I want you to remember the first word on that page.
Yes.
You are seeing a page number.
Yes.
You are seeing the first word on the page.
Yes.
You are sure?
Yes, now.
Okay. I don't want to hear you forget to. If you forget, you'll spoil everything for us.
Yes.
You can't forget. Remember the page number, remember the page too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. And this is where I require your mental power, because no, only me cannot do this one. I need everybody attention. So I'm going to place this. See how much she's pressing her phone.
No, I'm saving it.
You're saving the. You do not trust yourself. Okay. I'm going to place this. Can you sit with both of your feet? Beautiful. No problem. Exactly. Have you been to court?
I do try.
Oh, so I want you to put your hand on the book.
Yeah.
Rashida, and I want you to imagine that page. Imagine the page.
I'm imagining.
Imagine the page. If you imagine, you close your eye.
Okay.
Relax. No fear. No fear. Everybody's watching. If you disappear, they will shout. Imagine
Mr.
the page. You said Mr. Rotimi. Then single out that page alone from the book. And Rashida, I want you to start tearing that page out of the book in your mind. Tearing that page out of the book in your mind. So now, you have the book in your hand and the page what? Outside, right? Now, remember that word that you said you saw in the book. I want you to use a marker. What color marker? Black, right? A black marker.
Red.
Okay, beautiful. A red marker in your head. I want you to think of the word. I want you to use that red marker and write before we get to the word, write the page number out in your head for everybody to see. You've written the page number, right? All I'm going to see. So you guys can see the page number on her head, can you? No, you cannot, because you never know the page she chose. Even me, I never know the page she chose. I will take those page number, take it out, and I will add it to the envelope. In fact, I'm even going to take the entire sheet of paper floating in front of you right now. With the page that you've torn out, I will take it out. I will add it to the envelope. In fact, I'm even going to take it a step further. I'm going to use your red marker to write the page number, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my black marker to write that first word across that sheet of paper.
Okay.
And it's done. Because it is done, at the moment, if you open this book to the page that you saw, it no longer exists again in the book. That page now exists in this envelope. Torn out with the word that she saw written across. Before we get started, what was the word you saw?
Impact.
You saw impact.
Yes.
So if it is correct, we will have that sheet of page out of the book with the word written impact in a black marker, right?
Yes.
Or should I check?
I will not lie. It's not here.
Tell us the page.
184.
184. Or should I look inside? Well, I think it's torn. It's 184 torn.
Yes. Subhanallah.
Hold on. It's just anything. I could have turned the page out. What would be more magical is if we open this envelope and we see the sheet of page inside. Should we just leave it like that or should I just go?
No, open it.
I should open it?
Yes.
You are sure?
Yes.
You are sure? Let her open it.
Let me open it.
Hold on.
No, let me open it.
You are here now. Did I do anything wrong?
Don't capture me.
Ashida. Ladies and gentlemen, not just a sheet of paper, but when you open it, show them the word that is written across. I remain the Black AK, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful afternoon.
As a Muslim, I don't believe.
Black AK, I need to learn this, so come and show me so that by the time my daughter is growing up, the way I will use her head, hey, God. When Rotimi comes to visit and says, Ugo, take this $200, I'll just say, Ugo, let's do some magic. And the magic will appear in my pocket and Pampers will appear in her hands. All right. Thank you very much, Black AK. And I'm happy to say that we have come to the end of our activities, or rather our formal activities and scheduled activities for today. I'm sure if you look at the agenda, you would have seen that there was a tea conversation on education. But that was the one Rotimi had with Mr. Njoya much earlier. So limiting them to 30 minutes helped us save 1 hour at the end. And sometimes being a dictator works, doesn't it? Because it's not even 5 p.m. and we've finished all the formal activities that were supposed to end up at 5:15. If you're coming to add one more activity, go away from here. So at this point, my job is done, and I'd like to invite the Executive Director of Youth Hub Africa, Rotimi Olawole, to come close us out. You have to climb because of the camera.
So before he leaves the stage, please a round of applause for Buchi for being our host for today. Thank you very much. And before we close, do you want us to do one more game? If you agree, say yes. If you again say no, the yes have it. So it'll take 5 minutes to do a game. I'll take 3 minutes to thank all our volunteers and those who have helped to plan this program. And then I would use 1 minute to invite somebody to do the national anthem, and then we close. So we'll close. Actually, before the national anthem, we'll do 1 minute to do the recap video, a summary of what we have done today, and then 1 minute for the national anthem, and then we close. Where's Duese? There's also a publication of all the girls that wrote an essay competition. I think we have a publication that has the top 10 essay competition. I want us to give out some of the copies of the book. Particularly the girls who won the essay must go home with the books because their essay is inside that book. So very quickly, let me see if I have the final Kahoot on stage. But this time around, volunteers cannot play because I want to give gifts to the top 3 winners. So volunteers cannot play. Or if you play, you must not win. Cameraman cannot play. All right, let me have Kahoot on the screen. Should I perform again? Show them. Move it. Show them. Thank you very much. I don't want to perform again. People want to go home, so I don't want to perform. If I perform here, they will stay here till 7 p.m., and I don't want that. All right, so Kahoot, kahoot.it 649-6151. I'll wait until we have 30, 40 people join in. Looking at the all, maybe 30 people join in. Once we have 30 people join in, we are then going to go through the list of questions that we have, and then we do this quickly and we move towards wrapping up. Could it be? Okay, we have 33 people, 34, 36, 37. When I used to sing. I'm not singing for you, don't worry. All right, we have more than 40 persons. Let's go quickly to the first question. But before we do that, you know how this works. We see a question on the screen. We'll tell you the 4 options. You have to be fast to choose the right answer. And if you get it correctly and very quickly, you have the highest point. If you choose the wrong answer and you choose it very quickly, you have the you have the lowest point possible. So let's go to question 1. Who was the first Nigerian to become Secretary General of the Commonwealth? Chief Emeka Anyaoku, Akinwumi Adesina, Amina Mohammed, and Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Even if you don't know the answer, just substitute some names because you know they are not Commonwealth Secretary General. You should be able to substitute 3 out of 4 names and get the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is Chief Emeka Anyaoku. Let's see the leaderboard. J is number 1, followed by Big Fish. Which kind of fish is this? Is it tilapia? Ejanla? Okay. MQ, Leke, double M. MM just always comes and disappears. After like 2 or 3 questions, we don't see MM anymore. Okay. Let us go to question number 2. Who was the first Nigerian to represent the country at the Olympics? Mary Onyali, Sunday Bada, Chioma Ajunwa, and Nojim Mayegun. This one too, you can do elimination. I can tell you. Mary Onyali, we know when she went for Olympics. So we know that one. The right answer is Nojim Mayegun. And just very few of you got it right. Chioma Ajunwa, it's recent now that she went to Olympics. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Like I told you, MM has disappeared again. Abraham Jeremiah is leading, followed by J, Big Fish, MQ, and Leke. Let's go to question number 3. Which was the first ever stadium built in Nigeria? King George IV Stadium, now called the Onikan Stadium in Lagos, National Stadium Surulere, Teslim Balogun Stadium, or the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. This one too, you can do elimination, substitution to get to the answer. Let's see the leaderboard. La, 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 la. Jeremiah is leading. Jay is following. The one and only. I can see the Asanian here. Is that the Asanian that I know or another person? Is the one? It's okay. Question number 4 of 8. Who was the first Nigerian to become chairperson of the African Union Commission? And then you have Thomas Aguiyi Rossi, non-Nigerian, has held the position. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala or Wale Soyinka. This one is very easy. Again, elimination by cancellation. You should arrive at the answer. Boya lo ma jeba. Boya lo ma jeba. Boya lo ma. The right answer is ha. Ha ha. No comment. Let's go quickly before people discover that the answer is not correct. Let's go quickly before people discover. Move. Aha, the leader is Ella. Next question, quick, before people know it's not correct. Next question. Quick. Next question. You go and write election petition, go to INEC. Next question. Which of these is not a founding member of the African Union? South Sudan, Ghana, Nigeria, or Egypt? Huh? China. It's not even pick it now. Pick it. Don't worry. China. The answer is South Sudan. South Sudan is the newest country in Africa. It was created what year? What year was South Sudan created? Boya Lema Jegba. You don't know it. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. As the Asanian is now number 2. Ella is leading. Abraham Jeremiah is number 3. J and Bombs. Now let's go to the question number 6. Nigeria's national motto is unity, strength, and progress, unity and faith, peace and progress, freedom, unity, and justice, freedom, unity, peace, and justice. The right answer is unity and faith, peace, and progress. Let's see the leaderboard. Abraham Jeremiah is now taking the lead, overtaking the Asanian and Jay and Bombs and Ella. If your name has not appeared here, it's time to close your phone and try to do magic. Maybe you can become number 1. You can come to Black AK, give him 5,000 naira. Maybe he can find your name from your mobile phone, he catches it and throws it on stage. You just see your name as number 1. All right, question 7 of 8. Who won the African Player of the Year in 2024? Victor Osimhen, Barbara Banda, Ademola Lookman, Ronwen Williams. La 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 la. The right answer is Ademola Lookman. Let's see the leaderboard. Aha! MM has made magic. He has transferred from his mobile phone, thanks to Black AK, back to the screen. Even Black AK said, he's just entering. No. All right, and we have Sakaba. Last question. What was the name of the first TV station in Nigeria? NTA, Radio Nigeria, Lagos Broadcasting Service, and the Western Nigerian Television. If you don't know it, they are doing group work in that table. Group work. The answer is Western Nigerian Television in Ibadan, not the NTA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see our top 3. In the 3rd position, we have Brainbox. A round of applause for Brainbox. 2nd position, we have Black. And for 1st position, we have MQ. Where are they? Where are the winners? They have to come out. We want to know. Black has used magical. How can Black win? Okay, Black is truly the winner at number 2. Where's Brainbox and MQ? Which one is your own? Brainbox. Okay, number 3. Where's MQ? MQ. Okay. With the orders vested on me, I hereby cancel the winners. One volunteer, one magician, and one technical crew from behind. Abba.
And if you hear this and then go on the back, baby, shake it to the max.
All right, thank you very much. I hope they've given out a copy of the books. This is the publication of the young girls that won the essay competition. We have the top 10 essay printed here. Do we have the recap video ready? Not ready. It's coming up. Okay, and then before we go to the recap video, I'd like to, at this moment, thank everybody who has contributed to the success of DARE 2025. We tried as much as possible. The last 4 editions, we have waited at least 1 year in between the conference, but this year, from last year, we didn't wait 1 year, we just did it back to back. And that's what we hope to continue to do for the rest of their conference. So expect their conference 2026, sometimes in October. Potentially, we're looking at October 16 and 17 for their conference 2026. A round of applause, please. And we hope that we see many of you and that you bring your friends and that a lot of you also volunteer with us who making this program a success. Can you please invite all the volunteers in? I want to see all the volunteers on stage. These are the people who worked behind the scene to ensure that this program was well planned. I want to please invite all the volunteers in. All of those who are outside, please invite them in. And all volunteers, please come on stage. All volunteers, please come on stage. Please clap for them as they come. All volunteers, please come on stage. Please climb the stage. All volunteers, please come on stage. Let's do this quickly. All volunteers, please come on stage. All volunteers, please come on stage. I think for this event, we used over 40 volunteers. And a lot of them have been running around to ensure that this program was well planned. They ensured food was distributed. They ensured registration was well done. They ensured the venue was well organized. Many of them arrived very early in the morning at around 7 a.m. Some of them did not leave here on the first night until around midnight to support us in planning this program. And we have some volunteers who have volunteered for us for all the 5 editions of the DARE conference. Please, if there are any other volunteers outside, please call them in. Any other volunteers outside, please call them in. All right, thank you very much. If you have volunteered for the 5 editions of the DARE conference, please come down here. 5 editions, all the 5 editions. All the 5 editions of the DARE conference. So this man is the OG. Please, a round of applause for him. He has been at all the 5 editions of the DARE conference. Thank you very much for your support. All right, let me see. 4 editions of the DARE conference. 4 editions. If you have volunteered for 4 editions of the DARE conference, a round of applause for him. He has done 4 editions. Mr. McIntyre, 4 editions. Let me see. 3 editions of the DARE conference. Please step down. 3 editions of DARE conference. You have volunteered for 3 editions of the DARE conference. You to join them. Join them. 3 editions of the DARE conference. Please clap for those who have joined us for 3 editions of the DARE conference. We have 3 of them who has joined us for 3 editions of the DARE conference. If you have volunteered for at least 2 editions of the DARE conference, please come down. 2 editions of the DARE conference. Please clap for them. 2 editions of the DARE conference. And then the rest of you have done at least 1, Abi. At least 1. Please clap for them. They've done 1 edition of the DARE conference. So we always encourage people who have volunteered with us before to come back because it's an exciting opportunity for you to learn, for you to also display your skills, for you to help us to do many areas. There's some people we know where they will volunteer. Once we see them like this, we know what they did last year. They know what they did last year. We don't even need to tell them anything. They just go and do what they have done in previous years because they know how to do it and they've done it excellently well for us. So without these people, Myself and staffs in the office, we cannot do this program alone. We have 400 people here. We have different parts of the program. You have something happening at the back. You have virtual reality. You have seen we produce daily newsletter for you, right? And some of you are surprised that even before today ended, what happened today? We have printed, we have and we have given it to you. All of that, we can't do it by ourselves. We rely on this wonderful team of volunteers who help us to ensure that we have a good program. So we celebrate you. We thank you for your support. Without you, this program would not have been well done. Finally, let me invite some of my colleagues. I don't know if they are still around. Where's Peter? Peter, Duwese, Chiamaka. Who else is in the room? Emmanuel, Shegun, where are they? Yes, please come. Where is Dami, Chiamaka, Duwese? Please come forward. And on the office front, these are the colleagues who also ran the DARE conference. Peter was in charge of our speaker program. As I yesterday, I was here harassing him. Make sure all speakers turn up. Call them, phone them, harass them, email them, WhatsApp them, message them. And I think, did we have all our speakers? Everybody? 100%. So please a round of applause for them for doing that. Where's Pere? Pere, please come forward as well. Dami, come forward. Shegun, Vopwa, Victor. Where's Victor? Chiamaka was the one that coordinated the team that did the newsletter, the 2 newsletters for yesterday and today, and did all our comms work. So please a round of applause for her. Emmanuel did all our IT work, all the Zoom, the one that is clear and that is not clear, and all the wrong questions on Kahoot. Hold him responsible. But he's doing a lot of work with his team there. Duwese is the planner for the DARE conference. We held her responsible for helping us coordinate all the aspects of the DARE conference. So she did a lot of work to ensure this was well done. Working closely with Pere. Pere sent at least almost 80% of the invitation to all our guests and speakers. Dami coordinated our registration. We harassed her to ensure the registration was well done, and she did a good work. Who else is there? Too many of them, but I'll thank all of them. Victor coordinated with his team the branding and all the video work and all of the pictures that is happening together with his team. All of them in black. I don't know why they all like wearing black. All of them in black. They did a lot of work for us on that aspect. Where's Shegun? Thank you very much. Shegun also worked a lot behind the scene in helping to ensure that all the program come together, managing our OC. Last but not the least, I'd like to invite any member of our organizing committee that is still in the room, please step forward for recognition. These are the people who helped us to design the DARE conference. Every year for the DARE conference, we appoint an organizing committee, people who are not part of us as a staff, who are not volunteers, but who contribute their expertise. We didn't pay them, but they contributed their time, their expertise, their knowledge, their networks. Sometimes they're helping to nominate speakers. They're reaching out to speakers on our behalf. They're helping us to plan. They've done an incredible work, and we're very grateful for the time and effort they've contributed for us. Even until the last moment, some of them are helping us to find sponsors. Some of the people they spoke to, even me, I went to speak to them. They said, this person spoke to me last week about this same thing. I said, thank you. All of us are working together, and we're very grateful for the time that they've done to contribute to the success of this program, to contribute their time, their expertise, their efforts, their knowledge, their networks to ensure that this program is well done. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank our sponsors, those who contributed to this program one way or the other. The Nigerian Youth Featured Fund, they supported this program very well, so we want to give them a round of applause. Brilliant Media, the one in charge of all of the video work that is happening here. Where is Mark Foss? Please, and all of the people at the technical crew, sound, technical crew, I know they cannot live there because I will not hear anything here. Please, a round of applause to the technical crew that is there. And then to the one and only DJ who supported my music career when I tried to perform here. Please, a round of applause to him and his team. Is there any other person I have not thanked in the room? Any other person? Okay. And I also have, participant, I'm coming to you. You people are the most special. You are the last one I'll thank. I also want to thank Digital Dewa. They were the one that helped us to do all our designs and branding for this year. Digifo Dawa. They were the ones that helped us to do that. And last but not the least, now, all of us, if we did all of these things and these people did not show up, what we would do? I will have sat down here and be crying. All of you will be begging me, what happened now? So without them, this program would not have been good. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. But I also made 2 omissions. I would also invite our MC, who is also part of us for today. Please come forward. Please, thank you very much. A round of applause for him for helping us. Thank you very much. Although it was a big dictatorial, but we like it like that. He helped to ensure that we ended the program in style. And last but not the least, one of the board members of Youth of Africa who has served on our board since inception in 2014 to date. So I call him an OG of OGs, Mr. Pastor Ola Omoshebi. A round of applause for him. Please join us as well. He's a friend of the house and has been on our board. He's always very supportive, showing up for all our programs, and always very, very supportive. He's a dear brother. I call him my Egbon. We have been together for many years. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much. We love you. We appreciate all your support for this. And so, do we have the recap video yet? It's ready. All right, so let's try and fist together. We want to take a group picture. Let's try and squeeze together. Let's squeeze together. Some people can squat in front. Can you see the people behind?
What's up? She said, hey, back to my left, back to my right. Many on the wall, she's so beautiful. Est-ce qu'on t'a capable de faire for a vie de vrai?
Okay, when I say Dear 2025, you say on the shift. Dear 2025, on the shift. Dear 2025, on the shift. Dear 2025. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's have the recap video, and then we invite one of our performers for this year's DES conference to close us with the national anthem. We'll close with the national anthem, but we'll take the recap video for 1 minute. Quick. Let's go.
I like that you're presenting the song. Let's go.
Say, cause I stand strong. OBO no go minus. OBO.
Woo! Celebrate this team! Ejala no be small fish. Oh. You guys don't know it. What? DJ Adekunle, many people. Many people. Many people say. Ejala no be small fish. Oh. Go shift. All of my dark days are gone. Oh, won't you remake me strong? Hey. I'm proud of the man I've become. You can't have what is my own.
Young people has not always been lifted over the years.
Thank you.
They've been doing so much, and they are still doing, and I know they will continue to do.
In reimagining preparedness, we should look at it from the everyday things, that we do as young people, the everyday communicable, non-communicable diseases that we deal with.
It's not just about when a disease outbreak is happening. It's not just about when something monumental like that happens. I think we had also learned things from that experience that helps us even deal differently in our everyday life.
Every young person needs to have the opportunity to learn about their bodies, how their bodies work, how their bodies can be used, and the implications of right or wrong choices.
We shouldn't just be the recipients of healthcare systems. We should join government and other stakeholders in designing them.
This particular edition has not been an exception to the success that has actually been recorded in the past years. So for me, I would say it's 100%.
It's really met so much of my expectations. One thing that stood out for me is the fact that we must be persistent, we must be willing in owning the shift, trying to change things. You must be willing to be used.
I just want to encourage every young African today that the DARE conference is just an inspiration to go out and make Africa great again. So thank you very much.
All right, a round of applause for yourself, everybody. Come on now, with a shout. All right, thank you very much. Please, can we be upstanding as we sing the anthem together? All right, now, are you ready now? All right. Oh, yeah. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own their native land. Though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign in peace of battle. Oh no, and this we count as gain to hand unto our children a banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant this our request. Help us to build a nation where no one is oppressed, and so in peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Nigeria may be blessed. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.
All right, see you DARE Conference 2026. I hand over to the DJ. Thank you very much.
I
my guys on the tell me every party animal. Who be that girl with the shake and keep it for bag me and one tie like that? Whether they keep in a real or fake, I bet just say back and come.